Okay guys, welcome to this edition of Kyosho Mini Z'S that are sporting the Red Bull decals. These are all real cars, guys. And if you don't know, which I think you would know, Red Bull is an energy drink that's sold by an Austrian company, and it's called Red Bull GmbH. And this company was created in 1987, and this is one of the most popular, if not the most popular, energy drink in the world. And it sold 4.6 billion cans in just 2011. The Austrian entrepreneur Dietrich Mateschitz was inspired by a pre-existing energy drink named Krating Dang. That's a Thai drink basically. So it's he took his idea from there. He modified the ingredients to suit people in the Western world, and then basically he set up Red Bull. These basically, I want to make a video, guys, because I don't know, man. I mean, even on the real cars, the Red Bull logo just looks crazy, guys. But also on Mini Z's as well. Now, as far as I know, there's about 4 cars that have got the Red Bull decals on them. So I thought I'd make a quick Kyosho Mini Z Red Bull version video, and kickstarting it with the Citroen DS3. And then we'll have the other ones in here, because they're actually, to be honest with you guys, they're actually some of my favourite cars. I don't know if it's the decals that's pulled me that way, or the fact that they just actually look, the cars are pretty cool as well. But yeah, and I did see, and I mean, Kyosho haven't made it yet, but I did see a Beetle rally version, a little mental, and that had Red Bull decals, but Mini Z haven't made a version of that yet. So yeah, so here we are, guys. And here, guys, we have one of my favourite Kyosho Mini Z cars. I like this. I like the Sonex version in this car as well, which is more red than we see blue here. So this basically is the Audi A4 DTM 2005. This is the Audi Sport Team ABT number 1 Esk Storm, and this is the Red Bull version, guys. I believe this is kind of rare. This has got a 94mm wheelbase, and it's RM, so it's got a rear motor mount. I like the look of this car, man. This is what I like. You know me, guys. I like jacked up spoilers in the back, which it's got. I like the car blown out. I like the fenders blown out. I like loads of air ducts and grills. And it's got everything, man. It's a full package. I like this car, I really do. And this is in my top 10. So you will be seeing my top 10 Kyosho Mini Z's, and this will definitely be in the lineup, guys. So yeah, I didn't realise that the Audi A4 was part of a subsidiary of the Volkswagen Group. Pretty interesting. And the DTM stands for Deutsche Tourenwagen Masters, and this is a series that was in 2004. Pretty cool, the V8 engine. So these are like identified as Audi Sport, and it's the R. An amazing car, man. So the mounted at the they've got a transaxle type transmission, which is mounted at the rear of the engine, and the cars are front wheel drive, or on some models Quattro. Now my brother had a Quattro, and I'm telling you something, guys, man, that handled so well. And you know, even though BMWs and Mercedes are good cars, but in the snow they're terrible. I've got a Ford. I was sliding around everywhere, and no joke, we went on my brother's Quattro and we drove on hills filled with ice. The car didn't slip once. Really an amazing car. And even though it was a diesel, it was about it was a 3.2 litre diesel, I believe. And well, that thing shifted, man. Even for a diesel, it shifted. So yeah, German technology, amazing. But this car, I really think they've got it right. And when I do street races, guys, this is definitely in the lineup. I mean, it's one of them that I cut the tape on this. It was completely brand new, sealed. I cut the tape and I thought, oh man, I wanted to keep this like proper pristine. And that's the way I got it. But if I don't cut the tape, I won't make the vid. So I want you guys to see it in its full glory, but also I want to run this in a street vid race, so let's see how that gets on. But a little beauty. People have said that it looks a little bit more fatter than the actual real life car, but I think it looks pretty cool. Right guys, let's move on. That's definitely top 10, and my top 10 list should be coming out pretty soon, guys. So yeah, Red Bull just looks amazing as a decal on every car. So one thing I've noticed is it just makes every car look pretty cool. I find is it Ascot or whatever it is, Acot or whatever, I don't know, them yellow stickers just look a little bit too overpowering, but yeah man. At one point I'm going to do, I'm thinking about it, doing all the cars with the Red Bull decals, doing a collection of them, because they actually look pretty good. That's actually a pretty cool decal, one of my favourites, but it does make the cars kind of stand out. And again, a little beauty. And if you ever run these cars, guys, look how thin the mirrors are, you know, actually go into the body of the car. Glue them. Trust me, if you're going to run it, glue them. You're going to lose your mirrors all day long. And your exhaust at the back as well. Any of the little bits and bobs that are protruding on the car, glue them on, because they'll come off. So yep, another little beauty. And again, if I know people like the classic looks, but you know, if I was going to run that, I'd chain them wheels out. I'd put some black 5-spoke wheels on that are glossy with some stickers on it. But yeah, that may be for another video for another day. Modding them up a little bit. Okay guys, so here we've got the Citroen DS3, and before I knew that there was the Ice 1 version that Kimi Räikkönen would drive, this was the one that kind of pulled me in. A guy had a whole heap of Mini Z's that he was selling, and he had this body shell, this car, and I was like, whoa. I mean, I think generally Red Bull stuff just looks awesome on cars. You look at any GT rally car, it looks mental on it. And yeah, so I was after that, and that came up, and then Ice 1 came up. I totally forgot about this one. I was like, sack that. It got eclipsed. So I just went for Ice 1. So as I say, this kind of like cropped up, guys. I wasn't really expecting to get this, because even now that body shell and the dummy chassis are holding 150, 160. Some sellers got them for 200 and something. Kind of hard to get hold of in good condition. And you know, there's no way I was going to pay that much. No way. I mean, what's the most expensive one I paid for? I think Ice 1 was probably the most expensive I've ever paid for, and that was 100 something. And I mean, guys are selling that for 170, 200. I think I just hit 100 something with that. But it's pretty rare I'm going to pay that much. But that really was a rare beauty, guys. And this one, I think the shell on its own, I think it worked out to around 50 something like that. Which isn't too bad, guys, because, you know, without a dummy chassis in a case, I'm not so basically, it's brand new, it's not been run, it's not pre-owned, not damaged, and it's like £120 cheaper just because it hasn't got wheels, a dummy chassis and a case. I am not fussed. I'm quite happy with that, guys. So obviously it does come with white wheels, guys. I've used the wheels of the Ice 1. But I think that look pretty mean with some nice deep dish wheels underneath it. It's a really small, I mean in real life they're pretty small. My neighbour's got one. But it's small out of the Mini Z's. It's tiny, man. It's narrow and it's short. But it's a little mini, man. If that had the I just flared out, whoa. Sorry guys, it's just me. I love flared out arches, man. Okay, and you know, deep dish wheels underneath them, and all the diffusers and air ducts and vents that you could possibly stick on a car. Yeah. Even Mad Max hasn't got what I want. Right. Okay. So guys, we had a good look at the Porsche 911 GT3. And as I've said guys, the decals, amazing. They got it right. Seems to go on wheels pretty nicely. And Porsche have actually got some of the best decals in the Mini Z versions anyway, that I've seen. They actually go pretty well on the car. So the other one that I've got that is a Porsche is the Flying Lizard one, and that's a silver and red version. And then I've got the other one that's got loads of decals all over it with the Japanese flag, which is a thumbnail on biggest unboxing of Kyosho Mini Z'S Part 3. So the decals on the Porsche is pretty impressive. It actually looks really sweet. And Redbull just looks awesome, man. One of my favourite, so my top 5, one of my favourites is the Audi DTM. And that's another one with blown out fenders and all the grills, you know, air ducts. And that's got the Redbull decals on a silver body. It looks kind of cool as well. So yeah. And this was definitely one I'd seen and I thought, you know what, if I was able to get it, I'd get it. Managed to get this one cheap from the same seller who was selling them for over £100. But yeah, definitely one to have in the fleet. And one that I'll be putting in my vids as performance cars take on street cars. So yeah, when I get onto that. So there's a few more unboxings to do before that, but yeah, that's something I am wanting to get onto, guys. So check out the other vids, guys, of the rare Kyosho Mini Z unboxings. There's some real cool stuff. Stuff that you don't see every day, you don't see people unboxing all the time either. Stuff that I've been after for absolutely ages and I was blessed enough to get it. I don't know why the birds have decided to start kicking in right now. I don't think they like my commentary. They could do a better job. But yeah, so definitely watch them, guys, and hit subscribe and notification if you guys haven't. Okay guys, get on to the next video, man. Alright, thank you very much for tuning in.